We're back with a brand new Stars of Tomorrow video from a subscriber viewer suggestion. Striker I've not heard of. Let's see how he does. Here we go. What's happening, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Stars of Tomorrow, an FM24 series where we look at young talent on Football Manager and we see how they get on over the course of their careers. It's been a long time since I made a video on this, so I'm a bit out of practice in doing this kind of videos, but we're back. This was a subscriber suggestion, and you can give your suggestion down in the comment section. Hit the subscribe button for more content on the channel, from Football Manager mainly, but also sprinkling of career mode as well. Today's player is Allen Obando. That's probably not even remotely close being correct, but we're going with it. Ecuadorian striker from Barcelona, who is currently at Barcelona still. Had to check myself because I checked the current status to find him on the game by Wikipedia, and I didn't realise that, of course, my database is a year older because they can't create a game in a year, apparently. So, young striker, and in case you don't know how this series works, is we look at this guy or any players over the course of 10, 15, 20 years, and we do 4 or 5 year jumps, and we see how they develop, and we look at all their stats from there. Obviously, the technical, mental, and physical, their injury record, their transfer fee, the contracts they get given, all that kind of stuff. So you get an informed decision on the player. Now, I will say on this guy, editor, I set him to the highest potential rating, which is 170 on my version. He also, based on these stats here, the editor said he had missing attributes, so there may be a bit of you might get lucky or unlucky with this guy. So I will say this going forward. Usually it's one of the few times I've seen this, but the attributes were missing. Some of them were. So you might not get exactly what you get on screen here, but you might get the idea that he could be really good potentially. And given that it was a subscriber suggestion, this series is all about interaction, so I wanted to do that. So, and I will put chapters in below if you want to skip to certain sections if you want to do that. Or so you can see what he's like at a certain age when you want to come back and have a look, recheck it. So 17 years old, striker. He's got a max potential rating of 170. Good pace, good acceleration, good finishing, first touch, heading, and composure. His contract information, there's no release clause in his contract, which is surprising. Usually he's following clubs stuff like that, but it's not Barcelona in Spain, but he's Barcelona in the Ecuadorian league. I'd be like, okay, you'd have thought there'd be like a decent release clause in there for a youngster, so maybe you can get him quite cheaply. So let's have a look. The first few years, development is nothing to really talk about really at this point. Let's see what happens. The guy who's suggested this has said he signed for Man United, so that's almost why I did it, because you've got to help fellow United fan out, right? First jump, let's go. He's at United, guys. He's at United. Surprised. I am. Physically, looks absolutely fantastic. Got good acceleration and good pace. And decent agility as well. He's only 19 years old, that's the thing as well. Good finishing, dribbling, and first touch. Good technique, good composure. So definitely more of just an out-and-out striker as opposed to anything else. So let's look at the injury record of him here. And he's got out for 4 weeks and 2 days and then 6 weeks. So not massively injured, but it's early on in his career. Career stats, they're going for a free transfer. And he's not played much, but that is not surprising. A free transfer in the Ecuadorian League, got 8 goals, well 10 goals technically total for the club he was at. What's his potential rating again? So he's 170, he's reached 129. 127 recommended, but I always go with a higher number on doing this. Yeah, straight away I look at this as the out striker. He's got a reasonable left foot, very strong right foot, advanced forward, no player traits right now, no release clause. Not often United put them in there, or anything could put them in there, to be honest with you. It's not a thing I often see. Nice solid striker, and this is the key moment in it. You got to get him played. Either loan him out and play him, or you play him yourself in your first team. Do not just let this guy sit in your reserves, United, which I think they might well do at this point. But we take that into account in these videos. Really solid striker, got all the tools. He's not going to be a flashy, amazing technical striker, I don't think, but a solid striker to score goals. let's find out if he does. So he's gone to Southampton now, and there's a lot of good attributes about this guy. I like him as a really solid option. Good dribbling, pacing, good dribbling, finishing, and first touch. Heading's good, technique's good, good pace, decent strength, good agility, decent balance, good acceleration. Dissipation is good. He looks all right, and you look at the player traits now. We've got some player traits now to look at. Runs ball for the centre, knocks past opponent, likes what playing defeat. He's not bad. Injury record again is not overly concerning for me. I'm not really worried about that. Career stats, so they're going for free again. They didn't play him, not a big surprise, but they then played him, and he's still developed. He's at Championship now. He's got 9 goals in Championship. Southampton. Did they get promoted in Championship this season? Can we check that? No, they didn't. There's no promotion there. So I still think he's a decent striker. I think he's got game played right here. His current ability is 1-4-3, and bear in mind he's not played for 4 or 5 seasons. That is a factor in that. He's a good, solid striker, and for free transfer, he's a bargain at this point. Interested in him from Leicester, who are in the Premier League. Not first choice, but he's a good striker. I mean, obviously, like I said, the problem with this kind of player, based on the data that I saw, was basically the attributes to be filled out was not fully filled at the start. So you may get some variation in that. But we'll see. This is the one version of player, and we take out everything into account. Let's continue. So he's still Southampton, guys, and his current ability is at 1-4-3. His basic... Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought I'd do something wrong here. No, I'm fine. I thought I'd done it twice. No, we're fine. So basically the same player. He's got Reading left back and centre back, which is funny. This guy is better than we're seeing with goals and returns. I don't see anything here that's maybe positioning, maybe off the ball, maybe could be a bit higher. But I don't see anything here that should mean that he can't be a Premier League striker. I literally don't. Not saying he's a top level striker, but I do think the time at United we didn't get played is a factor in this. Again, not overly injury prone. Career stats, so he got 14 goals in the second season at Southampton. Then he got 8. Then he got 13. In the Premier League, got 5 goals. Didn't start many games. So there's definitely more goals in him. He can clearly score in the Championship. I think getting in the Premier League, he'll score goals for you. I mean, Premier League he got 8. He got 13 goals total. For club, 7 weeks in the league, he can do it. I think if you played him more at United, there's more from him. And already I'll give him a solid 7 out of 10. Because I don't think he's terrible, but I think there's more in him. And I'd like to have seen what would happen if he'd been played a bit more in his early years. But anyway, he's in the Premier League now. Let's see how he continues with the form in the Premier League. The player traits, he's got run ball in the centre, not past opponent, move ball to the right foot, likes to play in defeat, likes to be repeatedly. That is weird for a striker. You'd have thought, just get past man, hit the shot. Anyway, final jump, let's go. So you've gone to Wolfsburg now, guys. Are they in the Bundesliga or have they been relegated? They're in Bundesliga, so cool. Again, this point in a review, the player starts to drop a little bit at 32 usually. Usually it's physicality, which makes sense. Injury record again. There's more injuries here, but over the course 17, we started looking at this guy. He's now 32. This isn't bad. Career stats, £23 million. So what did he do? That's fine. So we got 7 goals, then 4, then 3. Goes Bundesliga gets 7. He's not a bad player. He really isn't. I think decent, solid striker. Doesn't cost a lot of money. Well, nothing in this scenario. Has decent finishing stats. I think get him early, play him, either in your team where you can afford to maybe put a striker in there more in games, or loan him out to a first team squad and get him played. Don't do what United did here. And that's why I say we do this. Look at this here. He's barely played between 2024 and 2020. For 4 years, he barely kicked a ball, and he still managed to get decent stats. Imagine what you'd get if you played him more. And that's why I do his video. I think his video is so cool, because we do take into account. We don't look and say, oh, he's crap. No, take into account. Look at what he's done. Look where he's at. And factor in, didn't play much at Man United, which is a common problem. trying to get teams to play these guys is often the problem. His current ability, he reached 132, probably got a bit higher than that, but play him. Get him. It's bizarre. He's signed a player this young who's got all the potential, and they don't play him. I'm not saying play in the first team. Play him on loan somewhere. Get him out on loan, and look at Diallo in real life. Went to Southampton and Birmingham, and look at him now. Developed into a really good player. Wish the rest of them could do similar. But yeah, I like him. I think he's definitely worth a punt on, but he's got to be played. And if he's not in your first team, which is fully understandable, get him loaned out. What are your thoughts down below, guys, on Allen Obando? Are you going to sign him? Have you signed him? Is he better in your save? What are your thoughts on him? And if you've got a player you want me to feature in the videos, leave his name down below in the comment section. I will get round to him as quickly as I possibly can. Bear in mind that it's not my job. This is what I do for a hobby. I work. I have other series to record as well on 2 channels. This channel and my Let's Play channel as well. So bear that in mind. And I'm also trying to make sure I don't overdo content when I'm not feeling it. If I'm not feeling tired or I'm a long day at work or either pissing me off, which is every other day, I won't be recording. I'll relax. So yeah, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys all in the next video. But until next time, thank you so much for watching.